The nation station, Oman FM, now brings you Music Talks with Sama Issa.
Here in Music Talk, you will discover and listen to the fine tunes performed in the Sultanate of Oman. We will welcome a musician every week and showcase their talent on air.
Here on your nation station, Oman FM.
Welcome to our show Music Talks, where we introduce an artist in the Sultanate of Oman every single week. Today we have APOLINARIS DSOUZA as our interviewee. APOLINARIS is a singer, composer, a keyboard player, and a choir leader. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you, Sama.
How are you doing, first of all?
I'm very much fine. Thank you very well.
I'm glad you're well. Now, first of all, I wanted to ask, who's APOLINARIS as a musician?
Actually, I can say I was a born musician. The music genes was there in the family. My father used to sing. Then he has passed on to me.
Okay.
So at the young age of 7, 8, I was on the stage performing.
As early as that?
As in my native place in India, Mangalore. And I used to, get awarded for the competitions in my Konkani language. And as the years go by, then I was exposed to the church music. And there also I got trained for the church choir member. And at the age of 14, I was the choir leader of the youth by that time in the church. And as the time goes by, there were many competitions, singing competitions, where I used to take part. And I used to get honored for most of the time. I never a failure in the field of singing.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Then I took up the learning of keyboard. That was side by side. But then I went into composing. My actual interest was in composing that time itself. At the age of 16, 17, I composed some hymns, church hymns, as well as the songs. They were very popular that time, and people took it they found it very nice, and they used to sing in all the churches around in our area in Mangalore. Not only Mangalore, even in Goa also, some of the hymns which I have composed at the age of 16, 17, they were singing. And even now, till date, some of them are singing after about 50 years.
With such an experience, you could say, because you have over 40 years of experience within the music field, correct?
Yeah.
What made you, why did you decide to keep on going? Because a lot of musicians would start for a few years. Perhaps someone would start at the age of 5, and then they decide not to continue with music. But you went on.
Yeah, but then...
what was that drive?
Then I reached Oman at the tender age of 20 for working. And there was not much entertainment here that time. So music is the only pastime.
Wow, it became your outlet, you could say.
Yes, because work and music. Only those are the things, and there is nothing else. If you think of 1973, 74,
yeah,
and in the
course.
80s. And I'm not very much interested in going around, looking at places, wasting time. I would rather write something, maybe one day or others it will be useful, and became useful.
Yeah.
I may not have earned anything much monetarily, but some people have really made use of the hymns and songs which I have composed, and that's how it's a sort of a self-satisfaction is there in that.
Of course. Going back in time, if you had the chance, would you have just learned music and not did like a side job?
If I wanted to do that, I would have done that. Just, I used to play guitar also.
Yeah.
I can sing with the guitar, and make people happy, but that was somehow I didn't like that. Rather, I used to go to the church and train people how to sing. We were about 4 voices of choir.
Okay.
So my full week used to go in the church. One day of the week, one day one voice, second day second voice, third is a tenor, and then the bass.
Yeah, of
and
course.
so on the 5th day, the combined practices. So almost 20 years I was a choir master here in Ruby Church here.
How was your experience with church music overall?
I like very much. I like there I learned more.
Okay.
In church music, you can learn much more in that, because harmony, as well as it also gives some sort of a peace for you.
It does.
Yes. After all, what is human life? There should be peace and harmony, and not just the money.
Of course.
Not
yeah.
just the money. So
That's secondary.
I have not made much money, to be honest. Though I have been here for the last 45 years. My concentration was not to make money, rather than I was interested in music. Even at workplace, I used to write sometimes some songs off time and all. During the lunch time, I never used to go home, so I used to write songs. That's a craze,
which is beautiful. When it comes to composing music, were you directly writing it as a music theory? Or were you writing down the lyrics? How was your music process, you could say?
A tune comes in the mind. Sort of depends on the situation, what situation I am in,
Yeah.
and what mood I am in, sort of a thing. So depends on that. The mind goes and mind searches for some words, lyrics. So. And if it matches to the tune, then the lyrics flow.
Were you notating down like the notes?
Yeah, I do write. I'm not so fluent in that,
Yeah.
but I do write.
That's
With the
lovely.
help of keyboard, I can. First I will just sometimes hum it in my own way. I will write. Then methodically I will write and make it as master.
I wonder, who is your music inspiration? Because you have such a rich background when it comes to church music, and at the end of the day, I feel like your journey reminds me of one who would serve others through music, which is absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
So who's your inspiration?
As I said, the Jesuit priest in our area,
Yeah.
those days in the 1970s, in the churches, the priests in the churches, and there was a choir master called Mr. Marian Pinto, and more than that, there was a Jesuit priest who recently died, Father Walter Albuquerque, Society of Jesus. He transformed me, you can say.
Wow.
He transformed me. He gave me an opportunity to compose the hymns, and they became very popular. And people used to call me, wherever you call me, in the title of the song.
Wow.
In the title of the
Okay.
song, they never used to call me in my name. The title of the song, which was very popular at that time.
That's lovely.
And all thanks to him for making me and what I am today.
I really do think, teachers or instructors who have taught us, they really do leave a mark in our
I
lives.
always praise him, and I always see that I mention his name whatever I do, I have a YouTube channel, and I
Yeah.
put music in the YouTube channel, and I see that I put his picture and thank him. Thank you
As a reminder,
As a
of
reminder. Thank you
course.
for helping me in my music career. I put his picture and then I publish it.
That's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Now we would love to hear one of the pieces that you've prepared for us today. So which song would you like us to hear first?
Okay, I have composed even the English songs, as well, mostly English hymns.
Yeah.
Out of that, one of them I can choose as Lord, I Need Your Presence.
Sounds great.
Lord, I need your presence now. Lord, I need your presence this hour. Lord, I need your presence this day. Lord, I need your presence this night. Lord, I need your presence now. Lord, I need your presence this hour. Lord, I need your presence this day. Lord, I need your presence this night. I need your presence to go with me. I need your presence to move with me. I need your presence to surround me. I need your presence to dwell in me. I need your presence to go with me. I need your presence to move with me. I need your presence to surround me. I need your presence to dwell in me. Lord, I need your presence now. Lord, I need your presence this hour. Lord, I need your presence this day. Lord, I need your presence this night. Lord, I need your presence this night.
Share with us about the song if you'd like.
There was a, strange thing happened in my life that time in 2002. So, some sickness was there in the family.
I'm sorry about that.
So,
Yeah.
I didn't know where to go and what to do in the middle of the night because there was no cure for that immediately, for that sickness. So I said, in the darkest room, I went inside my room, I said, I just cried. I didn't know what to do. Then this tune came to my mind, and the lyrics also came. Within no time, after some drops of cries, so the song has come, and which has become a popular song.
I think at times when we feel helpless,
Yes,
we turn to art
yes,
because we can't express things on our own.
correct. And my son Jocelyn D'Souza, who gave music, fitting music to this song, and Mr. Glen Correyya, who sang this number beautifully.
It's such a beautiful voice. It sounds so operatic.
Thank you.
Say.
Thank you. With Glen, I have learnt a lot, and we have been together, and we did a lot of music since 2003 till this day, and we continue.
When was your first recording album?
2006, I think, or 2006, and or you say maybe 2003 itself.
Okay.
Yeah, 2003. The first album I did it in 2003. We did one Latin album.
Really?
A Latin album, and nobody knew Latin here. There was a special occasion in the church, and Bishop I said, we want to have some Latin music here. And I was the choir leader that time, and I didn't know what to do. I had learnt a little Latin when my younger days, as a churchgoer in the beginning, in the 70s. There was only Latin in the church.
Yeah.
Then the local languages came in. So that time I remember learning some of the Latin hymns. All those Latin hymns, then after say about 30 years here in Oman, I taught to a group of say about 15, 16. Group contained Indians, Filipinos, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not an easy language. I'll have to highlight. It's not.
Yes. You ask me, I do not know the meaning of it, but I know the accent. I knew the pronunciation.
Yes.
So that's
which
how
is
I could.
extremely important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I could teach them, because when you read some, I have to write everything in English.
Yeah.
The Latin, and people would read, say for example, Laudate Dominum. Okay, I read L-A-D-A-U, Laudate Dominum, they would say.
Oh yeah, I get you.
Yes, yes. So I have to correct them.
Of
as
course.
well as this Laudate, the, D is not, these, D and E is not D, the.
Wow.
Laudate, T is te. So laudate dominum, D-O-M-I-N-U-M.
Yeah.
They will say dominum. I said, no, it's not dominum, it's a dominum. So likewise, in each and every word, there are about 20 hymns.
What have you learned from your experience of teaching others?
It's a sort of a self, satisfaction. Though I have, instead of appreciation, some people, they do appreciate. But if suppose, for example, for a competition and all, if they don't win, they blame me.
Oh my God! It's not your fault.
It's my fault. I can understand that it is a human feeling, but in music, whoever does the best wins.
Yeah, of course. I mean, but that also depends.
Depends on the judges.
Of
and
course.
the judges. I was also judges for so many competitions. So, but doesn't mean that what is a gold is a gold. What is silver is silver. So,
it's subjective. It's art. Yeah. I mean, I feel like what one might like, one might hate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of experience, but in general, I have a satisfaction of teaching people, teaching children, teaching youth, teaching the adults.
Yeah, of course, because at the end of the day, I feel like when we're teaching others, we're learning as we go.
Yes.
So it's a learn in progress.
It's teaching music and training their voices. It's important is training their voices, how to make them sing. People know to sing, but it has to, a certain song has to be sung in it depends on that particular way.
What's the basic techniques you would teach your students in regards to singing?
Especially the way to sing, how you sing. Open your mouth properly, lips round, make it round.
Yeah.
I always say for ladies, I said, some people, they don't open their lips.
Yes,
I said,
they don't. That's true.
You don't say, the way to sing is when you are putting your lipstick, you are making your lips round.
Yeah.
Open that way to sing and let the voice come out round. I always give them an example.
That is very true because it should be in a circular motion.
Yes, circular motion. Make it say. Otherwise, they normally they think that I can sing well, but they don't open their mouth.
That's an issue.
That's an issue. But if you tell them rightly, sometimes they think, this fellow thinks that as if he knows too much, but I know to sing very well. But whatever I know, my duty is to tell them.
Of course, yeah.
So
and to teach.
whether they like it or not, but it is the way. That is the way. Some people accept it and they have done well and they progressed well.
Yes, I get what you mean. What's the second song you have for us today?
Second song is another one of my compositions, sung by myself. That's about the music.
It talks about music.
Talk about music in my language, Konkani language.
Okay.
Konkani language. Music, how it starts, how it's, if the music starts, how step by step, it gives you lyrics and compared to so many other things in nature also with that.
Okay, we are ready to hear it.
sukune gun tha aau chinti nasta jornge tala apne sangeet mujhe mene जगलाने धरल्यारे हाती लेखने जागे जाता सुकणे गुणगुणता हांव चिंती नासता जोडून घेतला आपणे जर म्हज्या मतींत नाका नाका म्हळ्यार किडयेक खांदयता मतींतले भायर घालूंक 100 फावटी आनीक सतयता वेदना संगीत हे मोरान रंगीत हे उतरां संगी संवसारांत रूप घेता थोड्यांक हांसयता थोड्यांक आणि सबारांक मेसवयता संगीत मुजें देणे दिला म्हाका ताणे हर एका शिरान शिरांनी मारता हे जगलाने धरल्यार हाती लेखने जागे जाता सुकणे गुणगुणता हांव चिंती नासता जोडून घेतला आपणे कोण जाणा एकलो तकली आठवून लिखणे जरयता दुसरो तो एकलो रंग रंगांनी भिंतूर भिंतरायता तिसरो तो बसून कंदिनी रोडून ताचे ते भविष्य बेस्टेस पाड करता कोण जाणा हो तो ताका सूख समजून वांकडे वाटेर वचून ताकाच तो होगडायता संगीत मुजें देणे दिला म्हाका ताणे हर एका शिरान शिरांनी मारता हे जगलाने धरल्यार हाती लेखने जागे जाता सुकणे गुणगुणता हांव चिंती नासता जोडून घेतला आपणे रचलेल्या देवा तुझी समजोणी कितली गूढ आनी विशाल हर एका जिवाक तुवें जोडून दिलाय देणे आसच्याक सर कुशाल तुका जावं आनंद तुका जावं आनंद तुका जावं आनंद अति उन्नती तुजी ती देणी सरांनी सर्दी वाडोवच्या तुजी संतती संगीत मुजें देणे दिला म्हाका ताणे हर एका शिरान शिरांनी मारता हे जगलाने धरल्यार हाती लेखने जागे जाता सुकणे गुणगुणता हांव चिंती नासता जोडून घेतला आपणे
This was a completely different vibe from the first piece
emotion,
that you've shared with us. But it's really
it's
beautiful.
a bit lively.
It is, which
Different,
is nice.
puts you in the mood.
I like it. Thank you for sharing this with us. Now, I actually wanted to ask you one last question. If we would go back in time, would you still decide to go on and study the classical music that you've done in the church, or would you maybe routed to do the Indian classical music? Because they're completely different.
If there is a chance, certainly I would go for Indian classical music.
And put that as your priority?
Yes, provided if I get time. But what I spend more time now on my own music, because so much thing is incomplete, I have to write and keep it for the future generation.
Yeah, of course.
Many things have not written yet. So I'm in the process of compiling, and you never know what is tomorrow.
Of course. It's something to archive and to keep.
Yes.
For I think, for the future generation, as you've mentioned.
So some people maybe make use of it in the long run.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
So I take time to, I spend time in writing.
And
spend writing, so that even if I leave this place, leave this earth, things are there in black and white.
Music is always going to live on.
Yes.
I like to think.
Yes. So that is my aim now. I'm praying to God. I said, allow me to complete my mission, so that I will write and keep all the things. Then you can do whatever you want with me.
That's so beautiful. Thank you for that.
That's what I'm praying for.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing your talent with us and with the world.
Thank you.
I think we will always remember this.
Thank you.
And it's I don't think one can ever dismiss music.
Yes.
It's something in our lives. We live, we speak music.
It's true.
It's a universal language.
Universal language.
Exactly.
Yes, universal language. Yes, any language, but music is universal language.
Of course.
It can be in any, say, there are so many languages in the world.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But this is what ties us together.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And it was a pleasure.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for your invitation to me.
Join us next time with a new talent and a new musician next week.
The Nation Station, Oman FM. Music Talks with ISSA.
Here in Music Talk, you will discover and listen to the fine tunes performed in the Sultanate of Oman. We will welcome a musician every week and showcase their talent on air.
Here on your Nation Station, Oman FM.